morning we're discussing our hot topics. Abercrombie and Fitch, been in the news a lot for not having plus-size clothing, mocking Taylor Swift, not hiring a Muslim job applicant. They're in the news again. 62,000 employees are suing them, not for any of those reasons, but because apparently these employees were forced to buy the clothes from Abercrombie.
It had nothing to do with the cologne that's pumped into the store.
Well, that might be, you know, why they were willing to do it, because it had gone to their
Or the
head.
music that's really loud.
What?
Do they still do that? I don't know if they still do that.
I think they do, but the point is, you know, these people are working in the store, you know, probably not making gobs of money, but every time a new like lookbook would come out, they would have to buy the clothes to go along with it. And they were like, well, yeah, but they weren't getting, you know, they weren't getting it for free, or the company wasn't paying for it.
If I remember correctly, and I may be wrong, but one of my girlfriends worked there in college, and she told me that then, this was many years ago, they would have clothes in the store for them to change into.
Oh.
And they were kind of the store's clothes, and they could use them. I don't know if that was true
That's
or
interesting.
something changed over the years.
Clean.
Yeah, or clean, yeah.
Necessarily.
Okay, the other thing
but in addition to, they also require them to wear certain shoes, like I think Converse, maybe some of them. There's certain lines that actually aren't Abercrombie, and they didn't reimburse the kids for buying those shoes, but they would be sent home if they weren't wearing them, so they would miss out on shifts and paychecks. And
sounds like a class action lawsuit, not 62,000 separate lawsuits.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so I am one of the great butt dialers
I
of
wanted
all
you to
time.
say it. I was
and
wondering if you were going to say it.
I have called friends at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock in the morning. Yes. So anyway, but there's a new story about butt dialing, and are you protected? Is your privacy protected when you say butt dial someone and say something you wouldn't want that person to hear?
Yeah, well, thank goodness the federal government has looked into this. It all came from this lawsuit that was filed. Some executives from the Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky International Airport. One was talking to another about a woman who sort of worked for them, and they were talking about, I think he was over in Italy, and they were talking about her and maybe replacing her. Well, little did he know that he had actually accidentally called her. So she heard the whole 40-minute conversation, and somehow this has led to a lawsuit, and the judge decided, you know what, if you can operate a cell phone, like, you should be also aware that these butt dials can happen. And if you don't take preventative measures to prevent a butt dial from happening, then it's your fault.
I think we should go back to flip phones, right? Because you can't butt dial a flip phone.
Well, Lindsey Graham just destroyed his.
That's right.
So if you butt dial someone and you say some things that they use against you, then
it's fair
they
game.
can do that. They can do that.
Interesting. I love the voicemail. Sometimes my mom will leave me a voicemail by accident. She won't hang up the phone.
Oh, yeah, I get
and
that
then you
too,
hear, you know, her yelling at my dad or something. It's great. It's fun.
Oh my! Preventing the butt dial. So I have an iPhone. So how do I prevent? Because what happens is, like, I'll
do you have a lock on it?
Yeah.
Well, I have the lock.
No, I mean you have
there,
where you have to put in a code.
Yes, I do have to. I have to put in my code. Yes.
Well, then you must have a very talented hiney. We were all thinking it. And
can a federal judge hold me responsible for this moment?
I don't know. We're gonna. That is
Is
perhaps,
that one of the words I'm not supposed to say?
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's one of the nicest things anyone's ever said to me. We're going to find out from Kaylee Went how much this sunshine's going to carry on through the weekend, and Kelsie will kind of come up with another compliment for me.